Larissa Rubijevsky with Remax Palos Verdes. Happy new 2013.
Hi, I'm Mike Bjork of First California Mortgage, and welcome to South Bay Market Reports. And yes, Happy New Year for 2013.
And what a year was the last one. I think we expected a lot, but not expected market to be so good and so overwhelming and so lucky for some of the people and some of the investors who made their purchases last year. Despite all the pessimism that we've heard from the media, from the lenders, from all this negativity about how slow and painfully economy recovering, actually we had a very successful year. Why did it happen? And we've tried to talk about this a couple of times. I think there are a couple of factors that are involved into bringing our market up by almost 20% locally. And I'm talking about 20%, of course, generally. Beach cities, they increased over a year by 15 to 17%, Palos Verdes 17 to 19%, depending on the areas and depending on the price range. But looks like investments last year, and they will be continuing, looks like the same tendency for this year, have been established, and looks like we are completely out of the woods. So congratulations, and again, that would be really a happy new and very looking forward year. Now, lenders, that's something that maybe we need to work on a little bit harder, because lending institutions, they are still a challenge.
Still challenging. I mean, you got FHA increasing the mortgage insurance. You have even some of the guidelines are getting a little bit more difficult because you have FHA, many investors going in and increasing their FICO score. So it's hard to find, if you're below 640 FICO, to even get a problem. So that's one of the reasons why we're also seeing a smaller percentage of the first-time home buyers. As the year progressed last year, it dropped down to about 34% of the total amount of buyers that are out there.
Now, jumbo market, which is quite a challenging situation, especially in South Bay, because most of the properties over here are somewhere between $1 million, around $1 million or higher. We're not talking about giants, let's say starting from $2 million plus. That's something that it's a totally different category, and we'll be talking about this a little bit later on. But today we wanted to emphasize on the most popular prices, which still brings you to the jumbo money.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, with the jumbo market, there's nothing out there that's really nobody's really standing out when it comes to the jumbo market. You got to have a lot of reserves, you have to have a lot of money put down, good FICO scores. It's really one of those difficult loans that's still getting to be done. There's nobody with their portfolio wants to overexpose themselves, especially with this last market. So they're kind of keeping more towards the FHA, the conventional type of loan programs, or the government subsidized like VA loans as well.
Well, we always talked and mentioned that this real estate market is somewhat bipolar. Last year and 2 years ago, it was a different thing. However, right now, we are maybe looking at the negativity towards the lending institutions being very conservative yet again, and even more so, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And on the other side, on the other polar, you are seeing a very aggressive buyers, almost desperate buyers who would like to make sure that they secure the investments today. And that creates a lot of interest. Consequently, the bidding wars that we witnessed last year, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see them a lot for this year as well. We've created a couple of new strategies how to avoid losing the property, at the same time not overpaying that, and we'll be talking and touching base on that a little bit later on in our next session. However, as of now, I think you need to understand that probably you should be more confident than ever to act right now, despite multiple bids, dry inventory, over-exercised demand of the people who don't have those shadow inventory that everybody was so scared before. And we're probably not going to see that fact because, whatever reason, I'm not that smart to figure out all this, but I see this on the daily base grounds that we just really don't have enough properties to sell. Now, in terms of the local market, we know that, but what's going on with the national picture?
For the national picture, I mean, we just had reports that came out for the CoreLogic. The whole picture came up about 8.3%. That's including distressed properties. Now, Case-Shiller, which is an index of the 20 of the largest markets out there, was actually up year over year at 5.5%, with local markets like LA up 7.7%, San Diego at 8%, and San Francisco at a whopping 13%. So you look at our local market here in the South Bay, wow.
We
we're
are
doing well.
doing pretty well in this regard. Again, I think national market overall it has improved. And when I see the numbers that are saying 1, 2, 3%, this probably doesn't apply to the coastal area or to California per se. So I am, and hopefully you are
Yeah.
as well, quite confident that we are going to have another phenomenal year where the opportunities are there. You just have to apply your knowledge and seek help of a professional who would be able to hold your hand, guide you through these waters, and navigate you into the right direction. So we are here for you, and we would love to help you. I'm Larissa Rubijewski with Remax Palos Verdes.
And I'm Mike Bjork with First California Mortgage.
Thank you very much for joining us today.